Hi everybody, Miss Adrian here, and welcome to your 25th day of school. Happy Monday, and we are on to our 6th week. Wow, time is flying by. Let's go ahead and check out our really fun agenda for today and some reminders. Okay, so here's our morning info for our 25th day of school. You can find our Newsella article linked here. Girls will be reading with Mr. Aaron and Miss Bianca, practicing turning the page in between pages. Then the boys will be working with Miss Ann on a speech activity. We'll take a break and we'll come back together for a mystery science lesson. And there's actually some important things to remember to bring to this lesson. So let me go ahead and remind you of that. That's our only reminder for today as well, is to bring materials for a science lesson. So the materials I'm going to ask you to bring for that lesson are two printouts that I'm going to post to Google Classroom this morning. So it's about analyzing a leaf. So there's going to be this printout. Those are two printouts I'm posting to Google Classroom. And then there's also some more materials that you need to bring because we're learning about why leaves change color in the fall. So you should also have at least one flat leaf, which you can go outside and find, a ruler, crayons, and a sheet of paper to color on. So I'll go ahead and post all of this information to Google Classroom so you know what to bring, but that is your reminder for today, that you are going to bring some materials for our science lesson. So that's all the information I have for us today. We have our whole group lesson, small group lessons, and our science lesson. I'll also be posting homework, and there's always an option for a one-to-one. And my office hours as well. Feel free to join if you have any questions, and I'll be on there to help you out. Okay, that's all we needed to cover this morning. Let's go ahead and check out our news article for today. Here it is. I'm excited about this article. Let's go ahead and get it to our correct reading level. It's an arts and culture article, and it's titled, "You will be happier and healthier if you are kind to yourself." I love that message. I also love this photo of these tall trees reaching up to the sky. It says doing something that you enjoy, whether it's going for a hike or cozying up with a novel, is one way of practicing self-compassion. Ooh, I love that. Do you think yelling at yourself will help you get your homework done? If you said yes, think again. Research shows there's a better way. It's called self-compassion. Practicing self-compassion helps us live healthier, happier lives. It also leads to positive results when we are trying to build healthy habits. Self-compassion means being kind to ourselves. Part of being kind to ourselves is not criticizing ourselves too harshly. Studies show that being gentle and patient with ourselves is good for us. It improves our mental and emotional well-being. That is how we think and feel about ourselves in the world. And that is not all. Self-compassion benefits physical health too. That means it is good for our bodies. It's okay to make mistakes. Kristen Neff is a professor. She does research about self-compassion. Dr. Neff says there are 3 different parts to self-compassion. They are like 3 steps you can take to practice treating yourself more kindly. The first part is being mindful. Mindfulness means being aware of our thoughts and feelings. The second part is understanding that no one is perfect. Everyone goes through personal struggles. This includes ourselves too. The third part is practicing self-kindness. Self-kindness means being gentle with ourselves even when we make mistakes. Being mean to ourselves does not help anyone. It does not make us feel better or do better. Really, it does just the opposite. It makes us feel bad. Studies show criticizing ourselves can even make us sick. Being unkind to ourselves causes stress. Constant stress is not good for us. It is harmful to our health. Stressed people get sick more often. They may also be likely to pick up unhealthy habits. Self-compassion helps people deal with stress in a healthier way. Do you know someone who is a perfectionist? Perfectionists are people who want everything to be perfect. They get upset if they make a mistake. Self compassion leads to more long term success than trying to be perfect, though. We're less likely to give up if we are kind to ourselves. Self compassion gives us permission to keep trying. It can inspire us to try even harder. Pay attention to thoughts and feelings. Self compassion also helps us search for new solutions. Let's say you do poorly on a math test. Self compassion can help you use that experience to change. For example, you might ask a math tutor. Because you are being kind to yourself, you don't feel too discouraged. You know you can do better next time. Without self compassion, you may just feel stuck. The problem may seem too big to deal with at all. You might choose to ignore it. Then you will have less of a chance to improve. How do we practice self compassion instead? We can start with mindfulness. Being mindful means paying attention. We notice what is going on with our thoughts and feelings. Are we saying mean things to ourselves? Are we being kind? Next, we can make an effort not to judge ourselves unkindly. Criticizing ourselves only makes us feel worse. Once we know our thoughts, we can practice thinking more kindly about ourselves. Think of self compassion as treating yourself like a good friend. You are honest with your best pals, right? At the same time, you are supportive and kind to them. We should treat ourselves the same way. I really, really enjoyed that article about being kind to ourselves. Sometimes I get down on myself when I think about how the lessons that are being translated to online are not as ideal as when we're in the classroom. But then I remember to be kind to myself and remind myself that we've come a long way together in learning how to do this online. And also that we're all doing the best we can in these circumstances. And when I remember that, I feel so much better. So I invite everybody to be kind to themselves today and always. And whenever you're feeling stuck or in a situation that isn't ideal, remind yourself how far you've come and how much you've already grown. And I guarantee that it'll help you to feel a lot better. I also invite everyone to do something that they love, just like at the beginning of the article. Let's look at it again because it was so cool how they were going on this beautiful hike. We live in California where things are so beautiful outside. And even though many of us are stuck at home, we can go outdoors and enjoy nature and go on a hike and do something to make ourselves feel better. So I invite everyone to try something like that this week. Thanks for listening, and I look forward to seeing everyone for our first meeting at 9:30. Okay, see you then.